So, okay. The author and work overview is Kurt Vonnegut was an American writer known for his satirical and thoroughly humorous style. Slaughterhouse 5 on 19 on 1969 is a science fiction infused anti-war novel that explores time travel and trauma based on Vonnegut's one experience during the World War II Dresden bombings. And the characters' analysis are two. The first is Billy Pilgrim, that is a passive and quiet optometrist who becomes strong in time after surviving the second the second world war, and he's both a soldier and a time traveler. And the second character analysis is Tarfa Tarfamadorians, that is alien beings now who kidnap Billy. They represent a different perspective on life, death, and free will. And the third point is plot and story overview. The novel follows Billy Pilgrim's nonlinear life from his time as a soldier in World War Second World War, to his alien abduction. And he randomly jumps through different moments in his life, reflecting on trauma, faith, and memory. And the main series is Dresden, Germany. It's a city destroyed in a bombing, symbolizing chaos and the absurdity of war. And Alpha Matter, that is a alien planet, is a surreal location where time doesn't exist linearly and used to challenge human perception.
Okay, hi everyone. So now we're gonna talk about the key concepts and themes. So one big idea in the book is talking about the how crazy the world can be at the pointless. Thanks to the bombing of the dressing killed so many people, the story shows how sad and confused the world can be. Also, we talk about the time and memory related to Billy Pilgrim that doesn't have like an order in his life. He all the time talk about how he jumps from one moment to another, like the past, the future, and the present. Another thing is the free will that is related to the idea that we can make choices. But the audience in the book, the 12 Amadorians, think that everything is already decided. Another important thing is about the trauma, because Billy's mind travels through time because he's trying to deal with the pain from the war. And finally, we can find the metafictions. That this means the author talks about himself, what remind us that he was really into the war. Now, in the point five, talking about style and structure, the way that Vonnegut tells the story is very different. First, he uses nonlinear storytelling that means that the events are not in order. They're always trying to jump in around the time. We can see the dark humor when he talk about serious things in a funny way that make us think. And with the metafictions, the author appears in the story and speaks to the reader. He repeats the word, so it goes, every time someone dies. And it shows that the death happens all the time and people just keep living. And also, we can find a little bit of science fiction like the aliens and time travel to help us understand big ideas in a creative way. And at the last, in the point six, we have our personal reflection. We could say that reading the Slaughterhouse 5 made us feel like a lot of things. The part that touched us the most, it was like how the history shows like all the pain and trauma. The words so it goes made me stop and think like they are simple, but at the same time they are like powerful. Like it's just like three simple words, but means a lot. And I feel really sad for Billy. I definitely wouldn't like to be him because his life it was full of confusion and pain. But I really learned everything about his history, even when all the strange things in the book. It made me think more deeply about war, death, and how people survive in the hard times, like in our history.